Good morning, everybody. Um, Thank you so much. I think Chris, he had to stay home today, and he can upload at his house a lot faster than we can here at the office. So he's going to spend the day uploading. So hopefully we'll be caught up. Uh, he was stacked up about three behind, and yesterday I probably filmed about 2 hours maybe. But I want to go ahead this morning and try to get. Look at this. Look at this. So I'm going to try to make a dent in it. And listen, I want to thank the gentleman from Switzerland that was in here yesterday. He's a YouTube viewer. He came in from Switzerland with his son. Uh, Things happened so fast I couldn't remember his name, so I apologize to you. And thanks for the chocolate. This is Swiss chocolate. There's no. Mutt used to tell me when he helped record like Journey and all this, he used to sit and they used to eat chocolate bars this big. Drew, have you been in the chocolate? Who's been in the chocolate? Thanks so much. Appreciate it. Is this organic? Thanks so for your love, bro. Appreciate the thought. And you know, Switzerland is interesting. You know, when you get up there in the end of that lake, and you're up there where the Alps start, and it's like, God, I got claustrophobic. I thought, you know, Himalayan master thing, cool stuff. But I got a little claustrophobic up there with all the big mountains there, and it felt like you were kind of crunched into the top of the world there. But thanks a lot, and again, thank all of you for watching and doing and working on yourselves. You guys are doing well. I am a bit behind here. A lot of your questions. I'm gonna again come in tomorrow if I can and try to catch up. Our 10 o'clock is iffy this morning. If that's the case, then we'll be able to sit together and enjoy this. And I thank you, and I thank you guys for, you know, bonding in a good way here. We've got a good site here, very powerful. You guys are just incredible souls. I've been looking for this for a lot of years to power up this machine here, so to speak. Thanks, Lion Man, for all your love and comments. Steve, No Crap, all of you guys. So let's kind of go through some of this. All of you guys. I couldn't mention all your names at once. You're all so great. The Rejuvenator and the Regenerator. Hey, I'm getting older. So let me go through some of these here and see what we can do this. I want to address this. My husband, who has in the past been very physically active, sports. Oh, I addressed this yesterday about the dizziness and all that, and we talked about how sometimes in sports, this misnomer that you can exercise yourself well. It doesn't exist out there, and I've proved this over and over again. Here's a good example where the individual isn't moving his lymph system well, and he's exercising, creating more acidosis, more lymph issues. And that brings me to this one question this morning someone had written. They had looked up the lymph system and showed how it goes 70 to 80% into the venous system. Do you see what I mean, poop in your kitchen? You know, got to realize a lot of medical understanding is theories. These are theories. I don't care what they do in A&P. There's no way that that is a fact. Your kidneys are the main filtering organs of the lymphatic system after the lymph nodes get done with their job. You've got to be able to remove the trash out of the body, not reabsorb into the venous system. That is ridiculous. It doesn't exist. It's stupid. You have some of it existing. Your body's pretty interesting. You know, it's just like, man, we'll use what we can out of the chemistry we have to deal with, but by and large, a bunch of chemistry must leave. And those of you that are starting to see filtration through the kidneys, just see how much your kidneys actually can filter, and it's quite a lot. So you will see that. My kidneys filter all the time, and I always see a lot of sediment. Think of 100 trillion cells eliminating waste. And you cannot eliminate these acids, and it would not even be I don't know what word. It wouldn't be scientific. It wouldn't be intellectual. It wouldn't be common sense. No one poops in their kitchen. You don't put acids in the blood. Wouldn't be smart. Wouldn't be smart. People do that all the time. That's the problem. People are putting acids in the blood. Well, take a look at blood under a microscope. Most blood cells are sticking to each other like crazy. You're either clustering or following each other like a choo-choo train. This is all due to, the starch and the acid and just that little low, higher phosphorus in the diets and stuff start coagulating. And this is at a pH that's close to base. I mean, right there. So this is why you can't mess with the pHs and go too high or again, go too low. And really, you have to understand there's a different route that the lymph takes. They're just going to have to figure it out for themselves, because there's no denying that the kidneys are the filtration organs of the lymph system, and you'll see this over and over and over again. So, theory is one thing, actuality is another. That's why I don't buy in massaging. Imagine massaging acids toward the heart, just right where you want acids to be, right? No. These are the kind of ridiculous things here. This is a good question brought up by some ladies here, and that's menopause, hormones, and steroids. Well, a lot of people call steroids hormones, like estrogen and testosterone and progesterone. And, of course, Lee's work came out because a lot of medical doctors were giving estrogen replacement programs and stuff, high estrogen, and, of course, birth control pills were estrogen and actually aborting women. And so that's what's going on here. Well, in taking estrogen for a woman, remember we talked about this before, that when you take hormones and steroids and neurotransmitters from your meats and not knowing it, you're just eating meat and getting all the neurotransmitters, and you're getting, and then using digestive enzymes and the like, can really affect the endocrine glands in a negative way. And we see this over and over again, even with digestive enzymes. People come in here and can't digest after being on them for a while. You cannot, and this, I don't know why it's that way so much with the endocrine glands, but the endocrine glands just will stop producing what they need to produce if you take it. And it's well known about steroids. It is well established fact. So when medical doctors start loading you up on steroids, it's a well-established fact in medical history that they'll start slamming your adrenal glands. I've told you, many veterinarians are much smarter, and they won't give animal steroids unless it's the last effort. And even my veterinarian wouldn't give my old dog, 15-year-old golden retriever, a steroid shot because of the adrenal fatigue or the adrenal shutdown from it. And it just can't go that route. That's the beauty of glandulars. Medical doctors need to discover the world of glandulars. It seems to fit good in their consciousness. So really what they need to do is start using these instead of hormones and steroids, and start thinking, how do I get these tissues or cells healthy? A healthy cell will produce. It's just like anyone else. You show me a sickly human, he's not going to produce well at work. Show me a healthy, vibrant person, he's going to overproduce. So this is the sort of thing with cells. So you want to look at that. Bioidentical hormones and steroids, I don't care what word you give them. I don't care if they're bioidentical to what. Who cares? You can't take them. You can't take. And then, of course, then Lee came along and realized that, started looking at the chemistry of it, because he realized these estrogen replacement programs weren't helping his women at all. And all this crap about bones and stuff, if you don't take estrogen, well, estrogen breaks down bones, sorry. So you see all this problems here with that. And so Lee came out, well, if so much women are estrogen dominant, then we need to give progesterone. And so then the progesterone creams came very popular. And we've used them here when you have someone with a large fibroid, just to try to help to break that fibroid up quicker. Sometimes we'll use that sort of thing. Medical doctors have used stilbestrol, which is what regulates a woman's breast shape and size. So if you're a woman and you have small breasts, it's your adrenal glands. If you're a woman and have too large a breast, that's your adrenal glands. That's stilbestrol. I've got a barrel chest, stilbestrol. You know, these are steroids in the adrenal glands, and the adrenal glands do so many things for the person, including the shapes and sizes of things. It's amazing. So getting the adrenal glands healthy will definitely bring the body back to some normalcy. I talked about this before, the female reproductive formula. We're increasing women's breast size and firming their breasts, and it's just because their hormones are steroids. We're coming into balance, you know, and that's the thing. You know, we're talking about the growth hormones out of the pituitary and people that are too short or too tall. You know, all these things are about what's going on with the human race and the endocrine glands. Hot flashes, thyroid. A lot of women with thyroid problems will have a horrible amount of hot flashes and things. Pituitary controls, of course, ovulation. And the pituitary is the big boy, and when he's down, then a lot of menopausal problems. So we always work on the endocrine glands when a woman is going through tough menopauses. You get too much cramping, parathyroid again. So you really want to work on your endocrine glands and make them healthy, not by taking steroids and hormones or neurotransmitters. People don't realize the overconsumption of dead animal meat has ingested in the human lots of epinephrine and norepinephrine. Well, these are the adrenalins. Well, because of that, the adrenal glands have shut down because they've sensed too much epinephrine in the body. So you see that a lot when you take someone that's been a meat eater and you take them off of meat and you start to put them on raw fruits and vegetables. They'll come in really tired and fatigued, and they'll say, I got to have my meat for energy. Well, guess what? Your body doesn't burn protein for energy. It burns sugar for energy. It burns carbon and oxygen like your car does. So the protein isn't burned for energy, and you don't want to burn it for energy. That was Atkins' philosophy. Starve the body for a sugar, which is essential, and the body will return to its fat reserves and convert fat or glycogen back into glucose. Well, you had to eat high protein to get above the sugar and the fat to do that. The problem with it, extreme acidosis, excessive fat breakdown, ketosis, and same thing basically, and pretty soon a lot of people died, had open heart, had a lot of problems with the acidosis. This is insane. Now there's another medical doctor pushing a high protein diet. What are these guys? I don't know where these guys come from. They need to start reading some books and learning outside of their modality. They're hurting too many people. This is misinformation, bad information. It does not suit the human species whatsoever. There's no evidence. There's no scientific proof. Matter of fact, all the scientific proof is on the other side. Proteins is what damages the colon, responsible for colon cancers, kidneys. Protein's always been the fight that man has had. Milk proteins in particular, the most mucus-forming proteins on the planet. So protein isn't the joy of the race. It is the bane of the race. If you look at the frugivorous species, the primates, they eat simple fruits, which is simple amino acid structures. It's amino acids that's the gig here, and the concept of complete amino acids is ridiculous. But anyway, with the women with the bioidentical hormones, you're going to have the same problems. You're going to run into slamming. It makes them look good, but in actuality, it's based on blood work and saliva and stuff, and they're very inaccurate in determining steroid and hormone factors of the body. Symptomology is almost better, but get a gland healthy and you have a real chronic gland, that's when the glandulars, sorry about that, that's when the glandulars come in and can help you. I mean, I'm just saying, we only have so many tools, and we can't actually use the hormones and steroids as tools. Not good. Not good. Look at Jerry Lewis. And he's a sad case of what happens on steroids. You read, you doing good? Let me see here. If anything I'm getting rid of. Good. The pain in the vaginal area. Perfect. Yeah, you'll pull that right out of there. And you've been suffering for years. I mean, it's ridiculous. But yeah, you're doing good there. Thanks for the comment, sweetheart. Keep going. Keep moving. I mean, we got to work our problems out of the body. Once you know the truth of it, just relax and settle in. It's like you're going to see a lot of information in the medical field, a lot of theories. They talk about natural health people theories. We don't work on theories. We're chemists. We're physicists. We observe nature. Now, if that's being ridiculous or alternative